Oh my gosh. Yes.
Yesterday I heard something really great in an interview with somebody who's written about the possibility of nuclear apocalypse in the era of Trump. She had said that there's a great peace that comes to you when you give yourself to the coming apocalypse rather than speculating on whether or not the apocalypse is happening. And I really, really liked that. It really resonated with me. From here on out, I want to kind of look at it as more like, okay, the apocalypse might happen, but maybe that frees me up to focus on the things that really matter. But making sure that I'm doing what I can to take care of the people in my lives, right? And like many drops make an ocean. And so maybe in a more oppressive political climate, that seems more true and that's more tangible.
I think by virtue of being a creative of color, by virtue of being a marginalized person, that there is like a political quality to all of your work, even if it's not intentional, because there's this like, it's almost radical for a marginalized person to like have feelings and emotions unrelated to what they are and these things they were born as. We want to defend ourselves and we want to speak out and bring, you know, love and light and unity.
The political climate has really influenced the way myself and my collaborator, Beth, understand that we really need to speak our truth and our voices. It's always important to speak truth and to represent for a voice that you don't see.
It's just very depressing and it's not very inspiring. It's almost makes you want to quit and like start building a bunker or something instead of like doing music. Is just these are very scary times, you know.
It's had a huge effect on my art to the point where I haven't been able to create as much because I go into this anxiety of like, oh my God, what is going on out there? But at the same time, I also know that's the reason why I need to be doing more work to bring more color into the world, to keep the destruction at bay.
I never thought of the work that I did before as political, and after November of 2016, everything I did was political. We did a Queen tribute show in 2017, and you know, it was just meant to be fun and celebrating healthy relationships, and it also happened to be a fundraiser for SAFE, but I got to host that show, and I used that platform to just remind the audience about how important consent was, how important it was to accept people and who they loved, regardless of who that was. And definitely in my capacities as a host for shows, I've taken it as my political pulpit.
I mean, those things have always been there, right, at the end of the day. And I think there's also kind of like a counterculture type of work where it's like it's more celebratory, you know, celebratory of other communities and people of color as well, especially in this like anti-immigrant, anti-everything or anti-progression really phase that we're in.
I am doing everything I can to make people feel welcome and to also stand up and be as subversive as possible, because that's actually the role that art can play.